In the heart of the arcade, the nexus of light, forgotten rules calls us to the fight. A surge of sorcery, unleashed by the crowd. Thousands of wizards chanting, voices loud. Digital realms torn asunder, echoing magic, roaring thunder. Lost to life as it grows. A Runiverse precious power overflows. Open up the servers, break the gates. Runes ignite with magic, twist our fate. Crash the Runiverse, let chaos reign. Our spells too mighty for the code to contain. Crash, crash! The Glaciers finding corruption wild, pixelated realms defiled. Fire rains and shadows rise, a storm of loud cries the skies. Quantify this! Quantify this! Overload the servers, break the gates! Runes ignite with magic, twist of fate! Crash the Runiverse, let chaos reign! Our spells too mighty for the code to contain! Overload the servers, break the gate. Runes ignite with magic, twist of fate. Crash the Runiverse, let chaos reign. Our spells too mighty for the code to contain. Crash it! Crash! Crash! Good afternoon, everybody. We are live with Wizard Wednesday, and it is a fine Wednesday indeed. Welcome, welcome to all wizards, wanderers, and warriors. And I look forward to this lovely day. Let's see. Crash.
Come on, Crash! Scream!
That song is incredible. I was blown away by what we just heard.
Yeah, we need to have it posted in we'll repost it. I'll put it in the secret tower so people can jam to it.
I can't thank you enough.
Thanks for playing that, Meeple, for us.
Dude, thanks for putting it together. That was a Shark Child Gen original, yeah? An AI Gen?
Yes.
Amazing.
Pure arcane mastery from the digital realms to your ears.
What fun. Well, thanks again. I am joined this week, as we do every week now, with my dear community co-host, Shark Child is joining me this week. And we're excited to bring just a little taste of all the epic adventures going on within the Runiverse, and not just within the game, but the ecosystem at large. Today's show is co-hosted by myself and Shark Child, with support from the Forgotten Council DAO, as well as Magic Machine, our dear friends. They're all a little tied up this week doing the really awesome, fun thing that is, in fact, crashing the Runiverse. Shark Child, have you been inside the game yet? Have you got a chance to dive in and get some games going?
Man, speaking of arcane malfunctions, my power has been out the last couple of days, so I've been able to go on mobile and just tap my rings. It's really it's really, the winds are crazy where I live, so I haven't been actually able to really play. So I've just been tapping rings. I need to hear all about it from everyone else. Please.
I was genuinely expecting a Crash the Runiverse joke there, and I was like, oh, it's not. Okay.
I mean, I've been crashed.
Yeah, Sharkchild and I have been crashed. I've been crushed under loads of regular day-to-day work, which has prevented me from. I haven't even logged in yet, man. I haven't even tapped rings. So
you're missing out. You have to at least tap your rings.
Yeah, well, I got to get some rings before I can tap them. But say la vie. Hugo, welcome to the stage, my guy. Hugo is one of the Runiverse Direct masterminds and has been helping navigate the rocky seas that have been this fall and getting us live to this point. Hugo, what's the first 24 hours been like?
Honestly, like if we're being completely honest, it's been a mix, but mostly good. There's definitely a lot of things that we had to get by, and we think we've gotten past the majority with like the first 2 patches that we did. And we just recently had a little bit more downtime to address some more stuff, but it seems like as we continue going, it's getting smoother. And like it's just so critical that we learn these things during beta. So I know it can be frustrating at times for players who like have to suffer the disconnects, but like every time you go through that, we notice, we learn, we get better, and it all just leads to like when we finally do launch, like just a much better game for everybody. So really appreciate everyone sticking through those initial little speed bumps with us. It's actually kind of crazy. In the first hour, like the first hour of the first day, we surpassed our service scaling goals. So that's how many people showed up and why it was increasingly more so hectic. You know, at the very start of the event. That being said, I'd also like to welcome Helen, who is new to the Bisonic team and making kind of her public debut here on Wizard Wednesday. So incredibly excited to have Helen here. We also have Matto and we also have Dean, the other, god tier brain of the Runiverse Direct. So I'm incredibly excited for the squad that we have here. So, I mean, for us specifically on the marketing team that are here, and then our devs who are not here, also incredibly stacked, awesome people. So we're all working really hard to make sure everyone loves the game and that it keeps improving over time.
Wow, awesome. Hugo, what an intro. Welcome to the show, all these folks. And Helen, this is your first time on Wizard Wednesday. Jump on up. Tell us who you are and what are you doing on, what's your role in all this adventure?
Well, hello. Thanks for having me. I am your social and community lead. I just announced it today, but I've been here for, I guess, 2 weeks now. And I have to say, Matto, excellent teacher. I adore Matto. Been learning the ropes pretty fast here. Getting to know some of the players. This is a really cool community. Like, I'm loving the art I've been seeing. I'm loving the stories I've been reading. And I've been loving how actively you crashed the Runiverse. So wild ride so far. I'm excited.
Outstanding. Yeah, I mean, this event is just the next iteration. So for those joining us for maybe the first time or who are new to the Forgotten Runes community, you're probably tuning in because the game is live and you are experiencing the Runiverse game as your sort of gateway into the Runiverse. But the Runiverse and the Forgotten Runes community is so much more. So we will circle back to Crash the Runiverse and we'll talk a bit more about the game in a bit. But Helen, have you fallen in love with a specific character or a specific story? Is there something you're excited to share about sort of your journey in the Runiverse so far?
I'm so glad you asked, you guys, because I have to choose what wizard I'm going to buy. Matto helped me set up my Ethereum wallet. I'm all in, and I am very drawn to these mushroom gentlemen, the fungus guys, but I cannot lock it in. How do you guys choose just what wizard speaks to you? I'm so into all of them.
Yeah, Helen has been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun onboarding her too. She's been like, as soon as she jumped in, she kind of like ask all about the collection, and like was looking through all the different wizards, and then like asking me like, hey, how do I get one of these? Like, if are these all for sale or who's for sale, right? It's like, how do I tell? So it's like,
I will say the way you know you found your wizard is when you pay like 5 times the floor price for it. That's when you know. That's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. When you know it's the one you have to have, you just pay. You know, you sell off all your assets. You sell off your retirement account to buy it, and that's how you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm honestly like looking at it, and I still haven't picked myself, but I feel like I'm coming to the conclusion that I just want to collect all the Hugo name trait wizards. It's like kind of like a Pokemon quest for me now at this point. So if you have one, if you have one in your wallet, DM me. Let's go to the bargaining table.
If you
I
have
really
a
want a
Hugo,
Hugo wizard.
You will buy all your Hugo.
You have to attain that quest now that you've set out to do that. You have to buy all the Hugos. As soon as they pop up, you have to buy them. Same thing. That's the goal. That's the mission.
But this has to be like a community quest, right? It's not just like me getting Hugos. It has to be like the entire community helping me source the Hugos. Like, find me leads. Like, DM the person, be like, "Hey, this guy's got a Hugo."
I'm gonna quickly look and see if I have some Hugos that I can sell you. And
hey, if you do, DM me. I'm interested.
I love it. I actually learned a lot about. I learned a lot about how to like stalk people on the blockchain when I started falling in love with wizards for the first time. And I was like, I'd find someone that I needed, and I was like, okay, I gotta look up this person's ETH address, and then like, you know, do they have an ENS connected to it? Can I hunt them down on Twitter? So yeah, it is a bit of a quest, and you might learn something. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it just keeps going. I also really enjoyed my lore download I was getting from Elf early on. That was very cool. Learning about dark magic. It led me also to want a purple wizard, because this vibe of leaning into chaos without succumbing to it, I resonate. Please get me a purple wizard, purple mushroom wizard. We'll see.
Yeah, we were in a call with Elf, and Elf gave her like a good rundown of like the base lore and stuff, and it was so hilarious. That like right after Elf went over the hat colors, and then like at the end she's like, "Can you tell me about dark magic?" in like the most excited way ever. And I was like, "That's great and all, but how about the dark magic? Can you give me?"
That was
like, let's get real.
Favorite thing to ever hear as a serious question in a work meeting ever. Can you tell me more about dark magic?
I wish I
have my priorities straight, you guys.
Yeah, I think we scheduled like 30 minutes with Elf, and by the end of it, it was like an hour and a half or like 2 hours into it, and we were still like driving questions at him, and I was like, poor Elf's probably so sick of us, but we want to learn so much about everything, and just like, you know, really, you know, get into this with the community in the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
A cult, I mean.
I'll share a hilarious. So I put together like a podcast a while back, and it opens with Dota being like, "Hey Elf, didn't you want to talk about hat colors?" And Elf be like, "Yeah, I've got 5 minutes. We can squeeze this in," and then cuts into 45 minutes of podcast of him rambling about hat colors in the most amazing way possible. So it's the best. You get Elf on a good lore tangent.
Did you guys see both a red and blue hat wizard swept at floor?
Wild. Okay, we have just so much to cover this week. Team, is there anything else you want to give us? How do people get started? If people are tuning in for the first time, how do they jump in and help succeed in crashing the Runiverse here? Give us some pointers.
Well, we just posted an update today. We did our kind of day one breakdown, a bit of a post-mortem about what we got out of the initial crashes on day one. So I would recommend looking there. But also, we have the quick start guide. So that has classic Dean created amazing videos to get you started quickly. And we have a minting video in there too, for those who are interested in minting their items. I am not familiar with how to share links via this, but if you go to our Twitter page, we've been posting everything there.
Twitter is a great place to start. So for those just tuning in for the first time, head on over to the Runiverse game Twitter. You can find all the tools you need there to dive into the game and get started, because it is going to be a ton of fun, and time is limited. Crash Runiverse is only open for, what, another 36 hours or something like that? Am I got that right?
don't have the time off the top of my head, but until Friday, until like. But yeah, I would say definitely like you check out. We published a new blog post today that's like an event update, as Helen said, and it has like an overview of how day one went, and also a lot of FAQs because we've been like honestly keeping track of all the questions that we've been receiving. So like anybody who's having difficulty starting up or doesn't know where to start, that blog that we just posted it covers all the common questions as well as has like a quick start guide for you to get in. We know for a lot of people it is their first time joining the Forgotten Runiverse. So maybe it's a bit intimidating going straight into dungeons. You don't really have the lead up that previous people had, right? Previous people actually got to level up and like learn the ropes, through like battling from the open world, or rather the wild areas where you're able to fight mobs and level up. And this one you just level straight to one, you get straight into like kind of like the dungeons, which were end game in the previous builds. But that's because we're specifically testing out server load, and we're also testing out the new omen system that we put in the dungeons. So definitely, if you feel like you're intimidated, don't worry. It's still pretty easy to onboard. You just probably look at our guides first, so you can get a good hang of everything as you're jumping into those dungeons.
And Matto, if I just want to take my level 20 wizard and just go beat the cockatrice repeatedly, I can still do that, right? Like I can go backwards.
Yeah, actually, the cockatrice is not in this build. It just has dungeons. So yeah, so like you were saying, like from previous build, you may be expecting that you can go and grind in the other areas. Not the case. In this one, you just get straight to level 20, and you just go straight into the dungeons. We have the pyramid dungeon and the windmill dungeon. Obviously, we'll have more content in like the full build. This is just a test build. It's only specifically to test these features. So you can expect a lot more content in the full game. Obviously, we had more content in the other builds too. But specifically for the scope of this build, we're testing serviceability, which we've been doing really good at finding a lot of issues that are present server side and actually patching those out. Our maintenance patch that we just did actually addressed some of the issues that our dev team found. And that's going to help for when we get into our live service launch later this year, and it'll actually help us with stability in that build.
Amazing. And
Matto, what's your favorite part about this build, or anyone from the team? Like, what's your specific favorite part that you've experienced on this build out?
Oh, the new omen system, which is also what we're testing out. That I forgot to mention, but the dungeons, they have a new omen system which allows you to increase the difficulty of your dungeon runs. Kind of like you get to escalate it by like scale. So like there's different let's say debuffs that you can apply onto your party. And that sounds like, why would you want to apply debuffs on your party, right? So it makes it harder for you, but it also increases your drop rate for the dungeon. So it helps so that way you can scale the dungeon difficulty to what makes sense for your party build. And in return, you also get better rewards for doing so. And I've been having a lot of fun with that, right? Because like there's a lot you can mess around with that to have fun. So sometimes you can wipe out your party without even realizing because you went a bit too hard in omens.
My answer is going to sound super markety, but it's actually the truth. Just going off of what Matto said was some of the rewards for this build are like there's an exclusive armor set that you can get by rolling at the font of memory. But what's really cool about that is it's a cosmetic reward. So this build features, sorry, I'm going to cough. This build features a new system where you can take that cosmetic item and apply it to your equipped item. So you don't have to change your armor. So if you have a certain armor set or a certain like build that you think is like really, really good and it works really well for you, you can apply this cosmetic item while still retaining the stats and quality of that build. So that's a brand new feature. It's really cool. And that's probably my favorite part because, this way you're allowed to kind of like mix and match your visual style without actually changing, the meta essentially of your build.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a really good point.
I love that.
I would say like, for me, there's probably two. Just the ability to log in and within like 10 minutes have a fully like decked out end game character with custom like built spells and everything and just jump into dungeons. Really cool. That way we can all like play together and it doesn't matter like where you are in the game previously. And then the other thing, this is the first time actually that players know that they're in in a play event that you also earn, which in this case is the 21 trillion Quanta airdrop. Yeah, it's I must have answered this 8 billion times on Discord, but for the sake of anyone listening here, it's based on purchased or earned mana across any of the playtests that we've had, like Even Memory, New Foundations, and this one. So that's how you can qualify for that.
Hugo, I'm gonna clip that and paste it at the beginning of the podcast when I produce the the podcast version, so people can, if people who only have 13 seconds can get all the info they need.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I feel like Matto and I have like mental macros at this point, where you see it, you just like in your head click a button, and it just like automatically your fingers start typing the response at this point.
I think that's something really important for folks to remember is, when you play, you are going to be banking a little bit. You're going to earn some mana, and that is going to help you earn the Quanta. But you're also here to get that exclusive skin. As I understand it, that cosmetic skin you're talking about, Dean, this is the only time you're going to have the opportunity to earn that. And people are going to be able to wear that sort of as a badge of honor that like they were here for Crash the Runiverse. Is that right?
Yeah. And it's just to clarify as well, like they're one-time use, right? So it's not like you inscribe them, in the forge. You just go straight to the forge and build it. And then when you build it, you can mint it. So that's specific to this new cosmetic armor set that's like happening during this test. So basically what you want to do, you want to get into the dungeons, you want to run, the mini bosses and the bosses, and you'll get your drops for recipes. Convert those recipes into items, burn those items in the mana receptacle, and then you just go from there, and you just roll at the gacha and hope for the best, and that's kind of the loop. So
are there any guaranteed wins after so many rolls like in previous builds, or is it just pure luck this time?
I don't believe there's any hard pities. I don't know, Matto, do you have clarity there?
Yeah, no hard pities this time around.
Yeah, there is no hard pity. It's all by chance. You can still get land. So like a lot of people are asking like, oh, can you still get land from those founder memories? Yes, it's a bit harder because it's all by luck. But I mean, even before we had the hard pity, and like people were still getting land, like as they were getting their 250 rolls, they would get like 1 or 2 plots of land on their way up there, right? It's just that they would get the guaranteed plot of land 250. Guarantee is gone, but you can still get it from the game. So definitely, there's still a reason to spend mana at the fountain memories outside of the cosmetics. If you're still looking to get land, you just won't get that guarantee at 250, but it doesn't mean you won't get it.
Who says mana versus mana? Can we take a vote?
Oh boy.
No. We do both.
Has that come up in the board meeting?
Has that come up in mana?
I definitely say mana usually, but sometimes I say mana like unknowingly.
Ditto, Hugo.
Like
ditto.
It's the same as data and data.
Or
yeah.
We need a good GIF for it.
Oh, no.
It's not GIF and GIF. Please don't bring up GIF and GIF.
Sorry.
Everyone collectively sighed.
I'm gonna make a meme that's just like the Squid Game X's and O's teams with mana and mana. Let's take it down, fight it out. Amazing.
Sorry.
Well, team, thanks so much for joining us. I know you folks are all busy, patching us up and keeping us live here. So we don't want to take up too much of your time, but really appreciate you taking, a little piece out of your day to come and get us all caught up. And it's great to hear your voices and just hear the like excitement. You guys are pumped. I was worried you guys would be like crawling on stage, like, oh dear God. But it's really exciting to have you so full of energy and life. So come back anytime, all the time. We'd love to have you for updates, even in between builds and stuff like that, just to see what's cooking. And really appreciate it. We
Absolutely.
also this isn't the only game that is launched this week for Forgotten Runes community members and people looking to play. And they're not mutually exclusive. You can be a Crash the Runiverse player and also be diving into the Black Sands Pony Race warm-up. Bill, how you doing? Give us the Cole's notes. How are the Black Sand Pony Race warm-ups coming?
Well, as you can see, the bot has some problems. I completely remade the old bot is 2 years old, and it was just a mess. So we're doing some testing, and we almost got everything figured out. But yeah, next week we'll start the actual race. And
dang it, this is just a warm up. Here I thought I was winning the real race.
No,
We're getting close to it. Oh man.
No. It's just
but I also did not see the bugs in your bots, so I will say that my bot usage was flawless. I will say.
Legatus got excited and he was like, "Let's incorporate all these things into the bot." I said, "Okay, I'll try." So I'm trying. But yeah, so now that the bot has been like totally remade, it's actually much easier for us to implement new mounts and new skills and other things, and so that will be something that we will be looking to do in the future. So yeah, we've got some prizes. Some of the prizes are not going to be announced yet. Other prizes include a homestead in the Runiverse game. We have a couple of wizard nouns. We got Rune's TCG packs. We got mounts. Yeah, and we probably got some babies to give out too. So if you come and roll, you might win something. You might not. But at the end of the day, you'll have fun. It's been really fun with the curses. Like, there's been so much just shit talking going on.
I was just gonna say I think it was Matt D the other day went on and threw his first curse, and he just cursed himself. So he not only did he lose the -3 for the curse, he lost the -1 space for issuing the curse too. So a whopping -4 just to
I think Gibbasuit is getting hit a lot. He's just been getting smacked.
I have a quick question for the dev.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is are babies the main currency for the Black Sands region? Do you guys mainly deal in babies? No. Okay.
No, we're not dealing in babies as of my knowledge. I think if there's any place where there would be a thriving baby black market, it would be Black Sands. It's kind of the place where all the like gambling and degeneracy.
Bridge, you sound a little too interested in that currency.
Well, I'm kind of heavy on babies right now, and I may need to unload some on the black market. Is kind of where I'm going.
I've heard that there is an orphanage down.
That's the best place for them. Yes.
Down near. Oh, where was it? Where were we playing Dungeons and Dragons with Fabula?
I'm pretty sure Giveahoot has all the territory there.
We were playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons with Fabula, and there was a baby wizard orphanage there. And we almost adopted a baby wizard, but some Death Eater wanted us to sign a contract.
Oh, man.
Zeros is he doesn't believe in contracts.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah,
you can't sign a contract with
babies were acting really weird too. They were like all like they were probably under some black magic themselves.
Yeah, they were like prodigy child baby wizards. I thought they were demons.
Yeah, jury's out on whether or not they're even babies.
I just had a vision of Elf. I just had a vision of Elf at the orphanage, and the babies are actually ministering their knowledge to Elf, and that's where he's garnered it. Yeah.
The good news
I saw him laughing.
The Dungeons
he knows something.
The Dungeons and Dragons campaign is really good. We had fun.
Buffy, my daughter here, you should have seen her face when the baby dealing conversation started. She said, "That is not okay." I'll bring us back to center here.
They're not dealing primarily in babies. It's just a main prize. It's just for a big winner.
For those who have no clue what we're talking about, the Black Sand Races is a community activation. It's a little Discord game we play within the Forgotten Runes Discord. You don't need to go to a separate Discord. It's just a channel within Forgotten Runes. So jump into the Discord and get curious. You do need a mount to play, but the mounts are very inexpensive. You can scoop one up either on the secondary market or mint a brand new one. And it's fun. It's just really fun. We're rolling dice and we're, tripping other ponies and having a great old time with it. So Buffy, are you going to be racing in the Black Sands?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. I want to get in there and roll with you guys soon. Well, Bill, the next week is when you're planning the actual race, not the warm-up race.
Yeah. Next week we'll have the
all right, sweet.
Race. I'm just doing a little debugging as people are rolling. We've got like 6 different mount classes at this time, and so
Soulstorm.
Debugging that on your own is a little tricky, and even if I were to debug it on my own, there would still be problems. So, we're figuring everything out. We're getting it all sorted out so we can have a smooth race next week.
Bill, big thanks to you and Legatus for getting that back up online. Everyone's having a blast with it. So everyone should jump in, check out the Black Sand pony races. It's a ton of fun, and you might even win some prizes. Bridge, while we got you up here, bud, you want to give us any updates on the DAO? I know you and DeFi have just done a buttload of work getting things tidied up. Give us the Cole's notes.
Oh man, I see DeFi in the crowd. He's able to do the TLDR so much better than me, because he really spearheaded the cost saving initiatives that we tried to tackle before year end. So yeah, I mean that was part of my lift last year, is just reduce DAO costs and overhead, and we achieved that. Learned a lot about Cayman Island structures and DAOs, learned a lot about legal representation and where it is more cost efficient currently in the crypto space. So yeah, lots of lessons learned in relation to DAO costs. As far as the other DAO initiatives, the Ministry of Art is just cooking. That is probably one of my favorite aspects of the DAO. If anybody isn't aware and you're just tuning in now, go check out the Ministry of Art. They give away grants for you to assign to other people or for you to apply for. So if you're an artist, please go write up a proposal through the Ministry of Art and get your NFTs produced through the Ministry of Art. We love doing it. It's why we're here. Was that a decent pitch, Meeple, for the Ministry of Art?
Buddy, that was fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to share the link to the Google form where folks can submit an application. And it really is just that simple. Find an artist, find a character, and make a deal, and let's get some artwork produced. It is absolutely my favorite aspect of the Forgotten Runes community, is just helping artwork come to life, and these beautiful, these fun little pixel primitives that our characters all are, just have so much more to share, and what better way than artwork? And it's open-ended how you interpret the Ministry of Art. If you want, sometimes there's 3D animations, sometimes there's 2D animations, sometimes it's static artwork, sometimes it's hand-drawn, sometimes it's digital. I don't know if we've ever had a Ministry of Art application for a song or a hip-hop rap or anything like that, but it's all fair game. Find an artist and let's make some music. Let's make some magic.
Need a council go, Matto.
I was going to say, we've even had for lore. I've actually gotten from the Ministry of Art somebody's commission.
Oh, yeah.
Work with them. So that was actually really cool.
Lore commissions. Hell yeah. We might need a council or DAO-related bounty song from our musically inclined creators. I think that's a cool initiative, Meeple. I did have something to bring it together. One of the other things that we're working on is a platform for the Forgotten Council, for the DAO, a website that showcases all community projects. I think in crypto, it's so important to demonstrate constantly what you're doing, be transparent, et cetera, et cetera. So showcasing all of the Ministry of Art's commissioned works is going to be super important. And then we're also talking about in the future figuring out a way to recognize like big contributors or up and coming artists in the community, all those things through that platform. Lots of work to do, but yeah, those are just part of the plan.
Very excited to see that come together. If only we had some sort of weekly update that we could, keep us busy in the meantime. Perhaps if does anyone know of any such weekly production that might showcase all of the artwork that comes alive every week?
Are you talking about the Cult Content Chronicles?
My goodness, compiled by
the illustrious
Tanya.
Del.
Real.
I also heard that it's been going for like 2 years or something now. Is that right?
It is a special Cult Content Chronicle. It is, in fact, week 104, which does bring us up to 2 years. So huge congratulations to Tanya for her vigilance through ups and downs. Every week we can rely on it, and it just fills my heart with joy every time I see that pop up on my feed. So if you don't know what we're talking about, it's usually retweeted by literally every cult member, and it is a weekly production where Tanya compiles all of the cool stuff that the community has created in the past 7 days. So without further ado, let's dive in. And Tanya starts number one by a piece of art she made to celebrate this 2-year anniversary, featuring her Grail wizard, Kronos, the ultimate timekeeper. I actually didn't know that this was one of Tanya's wizards, and it is a beautiful piece of artwork overlaid on a beautiful wizard. So go check that out.
Yeah, she just got it a month ago, something like that. It's a beautiful wizard.
Yes, it included a mysterious transaction from a lost wizard of ours. Some know his name, others don't like to speak it, but yeah. She's got him.
I'm so curious. I'm gonna need to go check this out now. And
you need to go research. Yes,
yeah,
research.
exactly.
Yes, please go.
Shark, you want to take the evens on this week, and I'll take the odds. Do you have the CCP
That
open?
sounds good. That sounds good. I got it open here. Let me.
While you're getting that, we got DeFi up here, another council member. Just wanted to give him a very public thank you and praise for helping us with the major lift of reorganizing the DAO's oversight this year. It was epic how he swooped in and just tackled all the hurdles we had to jump through to reorganize certain cost-saving aspects. I don't know how to summarize everything that DeFi did, but basically, when you have legal representation this close in the wizard community, it really fucking helps. DeFi, that's my thank you to you. What's up, dude?
Yeah, of course. Hey, if I have 30 seconds, I'd love to make a plug. We don't.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize until going through the process, how lucky we are as a community to have a DAO. I think we burned a couple $100,000 just setting it up to have decentralized governance, and a big testament to the community to have basically, I think at one point over $500,000 tucked away for community projects. We give out these great grants to the community to create art and to reinvest and to create really cool projects. I think not many communities really, NFT or otherwise, can really say that. So I, just advocate for everybody here to, get involved however you can. Check out the DAO. Check out, everybody here running this call right now, running this space is involved in some way. So really advocate folks getting involved.
That's really well said. My big takeaway from that whole process was that there's a high cost on decentralization. I think everybody, throws that term around a lot these days, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done for decentralization. And currently there's a premium on true decentralization caused by entity structures being incapable of forming in certain jurisdictions. So yeah, packing it all into it, there's a large cost to decentralization, and we learned a lot about it. We'd love to share more about that with anybody interested in DAOs. But yeah, this isn't the time. We got to get back into the Cult Content Chronicle because we got 15 minutes, and then we get to just vibe out. Thanks, DeFi. Can't say how thankful we were to get you into the process and just clarify all of the really complicated hurdles of the process. Thank you so much. And
yeah, I think I could definitely talk about the process for well over an hour, but let's definitely save that for another time. But maybe that could be a whole episode.
I'm in. It's good work to do. It's going to be interesting this next year. But yeah, I think Shark and Meeple were pulling up the Chronicle.
No, thank you guys for elaborating on that stuff. That's all super important stuff. A lot of people don't realize all the work that goes on behind the scenes. And now we keep getting better and better people on a part of the team and stuff. So it's looking good. But yeah, back to the Cult Content Chronicle. Here we have number 2, and this is Oro Pez-Art. I hope I pronounced that right, or Oro Pez-Art, I could also say. Finished their amazing commission of Cheddar B's iconic fungus head whiz, Porto of El Dorado. And there he is with that magnificent world egg and everything else going on. So hats off to Oro Pez-Art.
I hope Helen saw this one in her quest for a mushroom head whiz. She'd be in good company hanging out with Cheddar B and the crew. On to number 3, we've got Shadowy. Man, Shadowy is a machine, just cranking out piece after piece after piece. And there's a whole sticker pack prepared here with a bunch of stickers of some of the most iconic, memorable bits and bobs, pieces of artwork done in that Shadowy comic style that is just so unforgettable. Right on.
They're beautiful. I want maybe a whole donut set too, I just want that donut one just calls to me. The donut sticker. All right, then number 4, we have Feckless Mage at it again here. He got a new whiz, and he was quick to get his pen and paper out here and immortalize him with one of his signature doodles. Here's a little dude, little wizard guy. What's his name? I'm trying to remember what the wizard's name is, but he's from the pit, and this guy is straight from the pit of Feckless's black tipped pen.
Yeah, Nicholas of the pit. And if you thought the 50 by 50 pixel art was a base primitive, Feckless will school you in how simple a beautiful wizard can be. Clooney the Rat is at it again. Number 5, Clooney the Rat is working on his 6th download pack. Am I reading that right? 6 download packs to play in Nifty Island. There is, I believe, there's always adventures going on in Nifty Island. There was a quest going on, a wizard themed quest last week, and the island token is still getting paid out. So if you want to get paid to run around in 3D worlds and make your own wizard island, or just hang out in Clooney's, that's a thing you can do through Nifty Island, dressed up as your wizard, your warrior, or just any of the other characters. There's tons of stuff in there, and all of Clooney's packs are free. You don't need to pay a penny for them, I believe. He's got that all set up, which is really, really fun. So definitely go check out Nifty Island if you haven't already.
Sweet. Then we have number 6 with Ponyboy coming in with an alluring video of his beautiful whiz. plus-sized cosmic mage Callista walking down an alley here, strutting her stuff.
Ponyboy is just—he's a lore machine. You got to appreciate the amount he produces. Great job on this. I've seen Cosmic Mage Callista, so showing up more and more, getting more, getting more airtime on his feed. So exciting. Our dear friend Gravorla is working on. Gravorla scooped up this outstanding soul. This is, I think, one of the few burned Illuminatus in the entire collection. There are not many Illuminatus heads out there that have walked through the sacred flame, and he's just talking about how excited he is to get into the Runiverse game. And so, if you want to jump in, play some with Gravorla. He's on that Euro time zone, so meet up with him on Euro hours and go smash some dungeons.
Cool. And then Gavorla also comes in on number 8 with another illustration, this time of his wizard dream master Magus Nazim of the Brambles. So we have a cool picture here of this dream master checking out some fireworks, probably of his own magical doings with forgotten runes up in the sky. Very cool.
Big shout out to Gravorla. This guy is so patient. He is. We've struggled to get comics shipped to him due to the challenging place in the world he lives. I've struggled to get a treasure trove over to him, and he's just so patient, being chill about it. So shout out to Gravorla. Thanks for being awesome, dude. Number 9, as we talked about, the Black Sands races are back up and running. We've got mecha ponies. We've got burning mecha ponies. You want to light something fun on fire, you can go toast up a mecha pony for a soul pony. All the action can be found in the Discord, so jump on in and get ready. You've still got a couple days to practice. Get an asset, get a pony, and get practicing before the real race begins in 5 days, which is pretty exciting.
Sweet. And then coming in at number 10 is your own commission, Meatball Dad. Do people still call you Meatball? I wanted to ask you that. Or are we past that meme now?
That's a 2024 thing. That's
we moved on from there. Okay. Never forget 2024 Meatball Dad from what's the name of that guy that creates those videos?
Is it Kaggy?
It made my day. I don't know. It made my day when he was calling you Meatball Dad. Yeah, Meatball Dad.
He's trying.
It was
trying to slim it down.
It was good marketing.
Slim Jim Dad.
That's right. But yeah, you got one. You commissioned Snug the Amazing to do your Goblin Arkle and his Penguin Rusty, and here's a cool, cute little rendition of your Warrior Goblin.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Snugs did this just for fun for me. She's like an artist from the Magic the Gathering space. Her husband runs like a Magic the Gathering comedy YouTube channel. She's an animator who works for Pixar. She's worked on like the Minions movies and stuff like that. And she just does this sort of, she comes out to our shows where we're having big Magic tournaments and sells, some artworks and does custom tokens on the fly for people. And I was telling her about Wizards and I showed her Arkle, and then she just presented me with this at the end of the night. And I was like, I was over the moon. She was like, here you go. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I've got something, I'm hoping to get something cooking with her, and do a bit more Wizard community, Magic the Gathering community crossover stuff, smuggling Wizard artwork into the Magic world little by little. So stay tuned for that. Should be a fun one. Number 11, here is my daughter Buffy. We went to the dentist yesterday, and her little bread friend came with us, and they had a Nemo and Dory fish tank at the dentist. So we got to get a little picture of bread friend. And I think those fish were hungry. They were hoping for some crumbs to fall in, because we all know fish love eating crumbs, but bread friend wouldn't give up any little bit.
Very awesome. The bread friend is totally underrated. Well, I think everyone who has one can hype it up enough. It's a little plush that Fex created.
I'll share.
A link there.
Buffy says, yeah, Buffy says that her wants everyone to know her bread friend is called Bready, and you might be noticing that Bready is wearing a cute little top hat there. Bready had a little incident in the first couple days we had her, where our dog Goose was just a little too aggressive with his love, and so we made lemonade out of lemons, and we sewed a little top hat on her. It's pretty cute.
Oh man, epic story arc for Bread Friend and Bready.
That's great. Number 12 in the Cult Chronicle, we have Cairo coming in with a video he made about his experiences in the Runiverse game. I guess he put this together, it looks like, after 3 hours of playing the Crash the Universe event, and went to town and with a little explanation on it all. Thanks, Cairo.
May, I guess, was here at it again with the meme master Magus was here. I don't get this full-bodied whiz PFP thing we have going. I think just people who have a head PFP are also cool. Maybe I'm missing something, but I do appreciate the memes of the full-bodied whiz. But I need to be
you're just not sophisticated enough, I think, Meeple.
Jump into sales
it's only
chat.
it's only for some of the more intellectuals of our cult.
You got to be happy with the body that you're showing off. I'm flexing right now.
It's definitely, Meeple, it's a rabbit hole that you're into to understand the intricacies of this wild world of full-bodied beauty.
Full-bodied warriors look better. Sorry, not sorry.
Full-bodied warriors are good. I do the other. What do you do if you just got an organ as your PFP, like me? A single organ.
All right, we're about to really get derailed.
That just means that there is no intellectual aspect of my being.
I think it's okay to zoom out. It's okay to zoom out on your wizard. Zooming in on your wizard, if it's the eye, that's okay. That's been established too. But let's not zoom in on any other organs.
What would be good to zoom in onto for a wizard?
Check sales chat. We'll keep it going there.
Oh my gosh! The funny thing is, I wish we could get some people on here to talk more about the full body phenomena. It's too funny for me. I don't know why it's so, and it's one of those things that just makes me laugh. When I see it, because it just it doesn't even make sense that it exists. It's one of those things. But now that it does exist, your life isn't the same.
I think wizards exist in so many forms now. Everybody's gone through so many iterations of their wizard. You gotta know where to showcase your particular assets, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has the opportunity to create their own way of showcasing whatever they want to of their wizard.
Yeah,
whether
PFPs are no longer. PFPs are about flexing, as Bill has outlined. Warriors look better than wizards, but PFPs are your own self-expression. They don't have to be just about flexing anymore.
Thank you for explaining that. Yes, there are brands. There are brands. That's what makes the wizard so exciting, is because they are your own brand that you can do whatever you want. Can take over the world with it. Eventually, we will.
One day.
But back to the Chronicle number 14, we have FRWC posting this funny topical meme, and that's the Monday Magic News posting this meme, and it is a new map of the Gulf of Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult. Right there.
This golf jokes, the memes have been stellar on that as well. FR Monday Magic News did also have Joseph Prust on for this past week, which is a blast. Tune in every Monday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 Pacific, to hear the latest and greatest in the longest running community show going on. So that is a wrap on the Chronicle, and I think we're just about at time. Any last minute moments here, crew, before I take us out?
I just think Magic Monday is such a good time. Wild Mage and Henboyd really put on a good show. So yeah, that's the next place you can get your dose of live wizard action besides the Runiverse. I mean, now we're occupying multiple realms. We finally made it, guys.
Yeah, go soak up the Runiverse for a couple of days, and then when you're all, Runiverse hungover, tune in for Magic Monday news next week. Buffy's got one more moment for us. What's up?
I'm making a comic, and I'm probably going to share it next week.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, and speaking of realms and comics, we're supposedly at Walmart and Barnes and Noble now with our with the new.
Oh yeah, the new trade paperback.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm
gonna
go try and find one.
Everybody, if you want to catch up on the comic, that's the best way to do it. Get your TP, then you're gonna have to collect all the issues that I've been hoarding after you get wizard pilled by the comic.
Everyone, this has been an outstanding Wizard Wednesday. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Big thanks to the Wizard team. We'll take it out on synthetic rodeo dreams. This has been Meeple Dad, Shark Child, Bill Gaines, Matatsuki, DeFi, Hugo, Dean, Helen, and the entire Wizard Cult of the Forgotten Runes Wizard Cult.